They'll put the ball in play at the Knights' 33-yard line.
Tight formation right here. Hard stuff. Everybody's in the box.
Can you hear him? Because I'm not getting over the speaker.
I get him coming through here, but he's not going through the speakers for some reason.
Nice cut that by the running back.
Number 1, Bryson Howard with the carry down to the 21-yard line. That's going to be a run of 12 on the play.
Quarterback sweep around the edge. He's still running, folks. Great power and agility by him. Being able to stay outside and take on those 2 tackles.
And the folks we'd like to welcome here to the booth this afternoon, Mr. Courtney Jackson will be joining us on play-by-play.
This game will be streamed live on catchcoverelite.com. Not .com, right?
Yeah.
And also it'll be on nthk.com. Play-by-play.
Second down for the Jets at the 16-yard line. The run up the middle, a minimal gain. Number 10 with the carry, Kimon Armstrong. Brought down on the play by the Knights defense, led by number 34, Bradley Knuckles.
I'm sure you can. I think so.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Only PYFL authorized to be in the booth.
Mike's on.
This is a big third down play right here. What the Jets are going to do.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Jets at the 15-yard line. And the snap. Number 7, Shane Parker tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a good play by number 17. Oftentimes guys try to go for the ball. He actually just tried to tackle the quarterback.
The ballpark now back at the 30-yard line. That's going to set up 4th down and 18 for the Jets. 5 minutes to go in our opening quarter. It's going to be 4th down and 18 for the Jets at the 30-yard line.
I often ask this question: what play do you call on 4th and 18 in Little League football?
It's something out of the back of the playbook, Courtney. I can tell you that. The pass across the middle from Parker, caught!
Oh, no,
and intercepted, stripped on the play.
This might be a house call right here. This is Caleb the Jet.
Caleb Smith with the strip fumble. He's down the sideline. 30, 20, 10. Say goodnight to this one. Smith with reservations for 6.
It's a flag on the play, though. Hopefully, for Caleb Smith, it's against the offense instead of the defense. That was a great pick 6 right there by him.
And hold on, folks. We've got Laundry on the field back at the 21-yard line. We'll check the call with today's official.
Could be pass interference. There was a lot of traffic around that receiver as the ball was being thrown. Gotcha.
I'm sorry, I'm really loud.
And it looks like this one's going to be coming back, folks. We'll check the call in just a moment. But that's still on the highlight reel. An outstanding return right there, Courtney, for Caleb Smith.
Oh, no doubt about it. That's what he does. Offense or defense, he's a playmaker. He's definitely a playmaker. CCE, top prospect, 2 years running. Hopefully going for 3 this year.
And it appears this penalty will be marked off against the Knights. The penalty call.
You know, and that's a great teaching tool right there for the guys on that sudden change with that turnover of just, hey, with a guy who's a big of a playmaker as Caleb Smith, you just get out the way. Don't do anything that's going to jeopardize that touchdown right there.
And that was a post-possession foul marked off against the Knights for an illegal block in the back. The foul taking place after Smith stripped the ball, so it is Knights football, but they're starting 1st and 10 at their 11-yard line.
Number 86 on the Jets has great size, and he made that last tackle. Huge running lane to the left right there.
2nd and 8, number 5, Jalen Lott with the carry. He's going to bring the sweep to the near sideline. And a host of Jet defenders to bring him down. Leading the pack for the Jets, number 66, Jordan Tubbs. Lott with good outside speed. What do we know a little bit more about him, Courtney, with Lott and his work this season for the Knights?
Well, you know, going to this game, I know that both teams are undefeated. So this is a game that's going to separate who's going to be in first place and who's probably going to be sitting behind going into the playoffs. With the quarterback, you just need somebody to be able to bounce off of Caleb Smith, realistically. With his speed, they're going to always be keying on him.
The 3rd down and 5 play from the 17-yard line. A loss for the Knights. We'll see where they mark for progress. It's at the 15-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7.
So a question in this league, a 10-year, do you guys punt it or is it a walk-off?
Well, it is always good to see the kicking game. That's why PYFL emphasizes 2 points for the kicked extra point.
Okay, so it's a live punt.
Oh, and anything 10 and up, this is a live ball.
So you see teams going for a double reverse.
Lott on the double reverse.
May have the 1st down.
That's going to come down to the spot by the official.
That extra effort right there was allowed him to be able to get the 1st down right there. As you see, he had the sideline next to him, but instead of going out of bounds, he decided to spin and bounce off of that tackle and get the 1st down. Great job by that running back.
The ball marked at the 22-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Knights.
Sorry, boss.
Oh, you're good.
We'll get it figured out in about an hour and a half.
A fresh 1st down for the Knights at the 22-yard line, and penalty flag comes in from the near sideline. False start the call against the Knights.
And one thing I've noticed with the Knights so far, they are trying to stretch them sideline to sideline right now. They run a couple tosses, and tosses have led to reverses, and what that's going to do is make the Jets have to stay at home. If they don't stay at home, they're going to have some big plays in the run game because of that.
Some good lateral speed from the backfield of the Knights. Testing the Jet defense following the false start. We're back at the 17-yard line. As we approach 2 minutes remaining in our opening quarter, it's now 1st and 15 Knights. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout and talk it over. 2:03 remains in our opening quarter here at Heritage High School in Frisco, Texas, as the North Texas Knights take their first timeout of the half. We'll return to action now following the Knights' timeout. They face 1st and 15 at the 17-yard line.
They're throwing the ball. Makes one guy, great open field tackle right there by the corner, number 1. Great open field tackle.
Number 21, Manny Hernandez catches the screen pass, but he's going to lose 2 yards on the play. And as Courtney said, an outstanding open field tackle by Bryson Howard of the Jets.
Those kind of plays right there on any level will keep you on the field, and they will definitely get you recruited or drafted. If you can be able to make one-on-one plays in space like that, you're going to have a place to play in football.
They're going to mark a 3-yard loss back to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 19. The reverse with the hands of Lott. And as Courtney mentioned earlier, the Jets defense does stay home. Number 13, Adrian Dunnerson with the stop.
You know, they're definitely testing them, like I said, on every play. Great ball fakes by the quarterback right there. But once again, the Jets have stayed at home, and they're kind of winning the battle of the line of scrimmage right now. This is a big third down.
A big third down now here for the Knights. 1 minute remaining in our opening quarter. It's now third down and 18 for the Knights at their own 14-yard line. A pro set backfield for the Knights. Lott's going to hand off to the second man through over left tackle. A gain out to the 17 for number 1, Caleb Smith.
And he's the type of back you just got to keep on feeding. You know, and that's what's scary for a defensive coordinator. You can pretty much stop him 5 or 6 times in a row for 1 or 2 yards. And with his kind of speed, one play, he's gone. You know, he's a house call kind of kid.
It's now 4th down and 15.
4th and 15, what kind of coverage do you play in Little League football? They need 15 yards. A little bit wet. See what they do.
The double reverse coming to the near side. Lott, he looks to throw. Caught!
Oh, my goodness.
Number 13, Sammy Laproth with the catch out to the 47-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. First of all, who's number 5? Who is number 5 right now?
Coach Bernal went to the back of the playbook for that one, the double reverse pass.
Jalen Lott, right?
He's who threw it.
Yeah, he's running to his left. He's right-handed, and he has enough wherewithal to open his hips and make that throw, probably about a 20-yard pass. And great catch by the receiver as well. Great execution of the play. Great play call.
30 yards on the pitch and catch as the horn sounds, ending our first quarter of play. Folks, the first 8 minutes in the books here at Frisco's Heritage High School as we continue in week 4 of the 2018 BYFL season. And your score as we go to second quarter action in our 10 and under A division here at Heritage. North Texas Knights, nothing. JA Jets, nothing. We'll begin second quarter action now after the 30-yard pass play for the Knights. They have 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Looks
and
like too many people in the game.
Illegal substitution, 12 men on the field against the Knights.
Something you can't have, you know, when you're starting a new quarter, you know, in the high school level, you'll see those guys kind of huddle up and they'll count them out and do all that. But on a youth level, sometimes kids don't hear their name or jump in the game. You never know what the miscommunication could have been.
That's true. And following the 5-yard penalty for attempted Canadian football.
I like that one.
It's going to be 1st and 15 at the 42-yard line. The pass across the middle caught. Jalen Lott with the catch at the Jet 47-yard line.
That was a nice play, like a little tight end dump. They kind of hit him in the tight end spot. It looks like he's hurt, though.
It looks like Lott might have landed on the football. We've got an injury timeout on the field with 7:51 remaining in the first half.
I kind of like to have fun with that one when they put 12 men on the field, see who gets it.
See, you started seeing the kids were like, and they almost dimed out the referee. They told the referee, like, because he was saying, like, I'm tackling. Like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. There he goes.
Lott back on his feet. He'll make his way back to the Knights bench under his own power. We hope to see him back soon. A key player for the Knights.
Oh, he'll be running a 4-3 in about 5 seconds. He'll be back. He'll be back. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So they just substituted in some beef in there and bringing in Big Peebo Bryce.
Another penalty now being assessed against the Knights. We'll get the penalty call from the referee. This looks like a 10-yarder back to the original line of scrimmage.
Shout out to all the referees working today in this weather and all the parents out here supporting their kids as their kids are playing the game that they love in this crazy weather we've been having in North Texas over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes, over 7.5 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, the third highest total on record in the DFW area in a 24-hour period. That 5-yard penalty looks to have been illegal formation. It's now going to be 1st and 20 at the 37.
There's Caleb Smith around the edge. He's turning the edge. He has the first down.
A nice run right there by number 1, Caleb Smith. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds, and they do mark him out at the Jet 40-yard line.
I didn't see a penalty. Maybe it's a sideline warning. I don't know.
And there is a sideline warning being issued right now, Courtney. A sideline warning being issued against the Knights bench. Coaches, please remember the white area on the field, the white painted area belongs to the official at all times.
It's always good that they give a warning out first instead of giving a penalty out. Great run by Caleb Smith. Right there you saw his vision and his ability to be able to turn the corner and turn an 8-yard gain into 20.
Indeed, 22-yard gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights now at the Jet 40-yard line.
You see an empty formation right here, right now. Coordinator right now, he's definitely testing his JA Jets defense discipline and seeing if they can get lined up and be able to adjust to who is eligible and who's not eligible, really.
Maples moves out of the shotgun under center. The quick hitter to Smith. Breaks the tackle at the 37. Still on his feet at the 20. We'll check the field for laundry.
No laundry.
There's no flags. Touchdown,
North Texas Knights. And just like you spoke about earlier,
Courtney, the speed right there of Caleb Smith making the difference.
You know, he makes the offensive coordinator look like he should be hired on the next level real quick. 5-yard catch or 2-yard catch turned into a 50-yard touchdown just off of his athleticism, his speed, and his determination of not saying, I'm not going down. Great throw, though. Great throw by the quarterback. Oftentimes, you know, quarterbacks struggle on that throw.
And Caleb Smith broke 2 tackles on that play and turned that into a 40-yard touchdown for the Knights. Maples under center. It looks like they'll go for 2. The handoff to Warmate. A rugby scrum near the goal line. The referee says he did not get in. The extra point is no good. And ladies and gentlemen, your score with 7:28 remaining in the first half here at Heritage High School in today's 10 and under action. It's now North Texas Knights 6, JA Jets nothing. Folks, you're listening to Premier Youth Football.
That Warmate name sounds very familiar right there. Turn it up!
Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a high one to hold.
It's been around for 2 years now.
'Cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing.
Number 18, Edgar Loya with the ball on the tee for the Knights.
Nice onside kick, and they recover.
That's a live ball at the 46-yard line and recovered by the Jets.
Let me tell you something. You can go to every high school right now, and that kid and that kick right there would be on a high school team right there. That was perfect.
Very well executed, but the Knights just couldn't quite find the handle on the football. And number 23, Darren Black secures possession for the Jets at their own 46.
This is a big possession for the Jets. It's their second possession of the game. Pretty much, you saw the Knights pretty much ball control and control the ball the whole first quarter after that great return by the Jets in that first possession. So let's see if they can be able to respond and get a good drive here going and maybe even the score, maybe take the lead on this possession.
Indeed, we'll see the Jets with a lengthy discussion with the coach over on the sideline, Coach Ralph. And we'll see what they've got in store for the Knights here as they come to the line of scrimmage with 7:23 remaining in the half.
Tell you one thing, I don't know how tall 96 is, but out there right now, he looks like he's 6'9" right now, out there playing. And it's going to be hard for me not to want to throw the ball to him 2 or 3 times with all that height he has. But right now, he's lined up playing just tight end.
The Jets begin 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. A direct snap, the keeper by number 7, Shane Parker at quarterback.
Nice.
Breaks the tackle to the outside,
Nice.
40-yard line. And all the way down to the Knights' 34-yard line. A well-designed quarterback keeper for Parker and the Jets.
I don't know if that was a design play or if he just read it, but it was a great big hole up in the middle of the field, and he made something happen out of it. Left-handed runner running to the right side is always funny to me. They don't switch the ball over real well. But a great run. He had next man vision on that run.
A big hole opening over right tackle, and Parker took advantage. A 20-yard gain on 1st down gets him another 1st and 10. Now down at the Knights' 34-yard line.
So it hasn't been a question of the Knights being able to move the ball. It's just been about the red zone. You know, they get into the red zone area, and then that's where they're having a little bit of difficulty.
1st and 10, Parker, penalty flag stopping play. And it's false start against the Jets. The ball moved back to the 39-yard line following the false start penalty. And what was 1st and 10 is now 1st and 15 for the Jets.
So right here, I don't know if you change your playbook at all. You know, they've had success running the ball. Let's see what they do on 1st down. This is going to be a big play right here.
Parker brings the Jets to the line, 1st and 15 at the Knights' 39-yard line. Parker toss sweep. Howard coming near side, trying to turn the corner on Warmate and Smith. And he'll slide out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Good sideline-to-sideline coverage by the Knights defense.
And a
loss of 4.
It started off by the big guy inside. He established himself on the other side of the line and scrimmage, Mr. Bryson. And then from that point, he could not outrun Mr. Warmate. I love his first name, Cookie. Cookie Warmate, right? So great defensive play right there, leaving a 2nd and long.
A loss of a yard on the play. That's going to set up 2nd down and 16 now for the Jets. Second and 16, Jets at the Knights' 40-yard line. Howard now split out to the far sideline with Niffen. Parker, he's going to pull the ball down and keep. Gets 2 blocks from his wide receivers.
Folks, he has action.
Down the field, 1st down and more.
He breaks the tackle. He's still running.
To the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A nice play right there. They put both wide receivers on that side of the formation to block for the quarterback, Parker.
You know, that play was called get a ball to your best playmaker on offense, and everybody else just try to block. Great run by the quarterback right there. With this kind of weather, when it's wet, you don't want to take a chance on doing too many tosses or throwing the ball. You just really want to put the ball in the playmaker's hands and let him make a play. And that's what he did.
Straightforward power football. Make it 1st down and goal, Jets at the Knights' 3-yard line.
Some kind of confusion right there. I don't know if the quarterback thought he heard a whistle or whatever it was, but he actually just stood up and allowed them to tackle him.
It appeared that Parker was looking for a running back coming through the 2-hole. No one was there.
No, it almost looked like the North Texas versus Arkansas game when he was almost like playing possum right there and hoping nobody was going to tackle him, it seemed like.
Exactly. I think they took about 14 new resumes for special teams coordinator for the Razorbacks over the weekend.
Yeah, they're struggling right now, I would say. They're struggling. You lose to a team not in the Power 5 conference at home, the media is going to be on you pretty hard.
And a timeout on the field charged to the Jets with 4:34 remaining in the second quarter here at Heritage High School. It's a Jets timeout, and they trail by 6.
Ask for money and get advice. Ask for advice, get money twice. I'm from the dirty, but that Chico nice. Y'all call it a moment, I call it life.
One day while the light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates...
We'll return to action now following the Jets timeout, each team with 2 timeouts remaining.
So you got trips left right now.
Check your down marker, or pardon me, it's second down. It is second down and goal at the 3-yard line. Parker.
Nice cut.
A cut back up inside.
It's a little laundry on the ground.
He's in the end zone, but we do have a flag on the field from the line judge on the near side. And the call is holding against the Jets.
Those are always killers. Now, you know, you go from being right there next to the goal line to now where you need 15 yards to get in the end zone in 3 downs.
A devastating 10-yard penalty for the Jets, taking the ball back to the 13-yard line. It will remain second down, second and goal.
Big shout out to all the kids right now getting a chance to play the game they love. Right now, it's a lot of kids in the Dallas-Fort Worth area right now not being able to play because of rainy grass fields. So shout out to the Premier Youth Football League for being able to have turf fields and being able to play right now.
Second and goal now for the Jets at the Knights 13-yard line. Parker back in the shotgun. Armstrong to his left, looking to throw, pulls it down, running for his life now.
He's out of one. He's
still
running,
scramble.
folks.
And he'll get back some of the yardage there, back to the 6-yard line. Some nice agility from Parker.
I thought he was left-handed going into this drive, but he's actually trying to throw the ball with his right hand. That's why you got to have playmakers on your team, though. You definitely got to have playmakers on your team. He turned the play that should have been a 7-yard loss into a 10-yard gain. Big third down play right here, needing about 8 yards for a touchdown.
And a stoppage of time on the field. It's going to be another timeout taken by the Jets. 3:31 to play in the first half here at Heritage High School as the Jets spend their second timeout of the half.
I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Miss Worldwide, Christina Aguilera. Oye, mamita, dale, que la cosa está rica.
And we'll come back now with the Jets only having 1 timeout remaining. The ball spotted at the Knights, just outside the Knights' 5-yard line, 3rd and goal.
It's the fumble on the play. Looks like
the ball loose and recovered by the Knights. Number 34, Bradley Knuckles with the recovery.
He's a bad boy.
The heart of their defense, and he has given the Knights possession 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line.
He looks like an old school linebacker, doesn't he?
He definitely plays more than Sean Lee.
It's hard for me to argue that one right there. It's hard.
I love that guy. He tries.
So I see a turnover chain, I think. Is Bradley Knuckles going to get a chance to put the turnover chain on, or is the chain just going to stay on the coach?
It's going to be 1st and 10 now following the fumble recovery for the Knights. Manny Hernandez coming on the near side on the toss sweep.
Number 1 did a good job of trying to keep Catane to the last second where he lost Catane. If that corner keeps him inside of him, he allows 10 other players to rally to the ball. That's what I'm talking about there, Mr. Knuckles. He has a football name, and he looks like a football player. As you can see him right now, he's showing the turnover chain off, and he's walking down the sideline, letting everybody know, I did that.
A 6-yard gain on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 4 now for the Knights at the 13-yard line.
I wonder if there was a way to be able to kind of put a patent on that turnover chain. If there was ever a way. Because it has
Lott with the keeper coming near side. And he's going to have first down yardage at the 20-yard line, Courtney.
First down yardage, and that was crucial to move outside of your backyard, and now you've moved out into an area now to where you feel comfortable, where you can open up your whole playbook now. They get another first down, they might start being more aggressive or trying to score again before the half.
Absolutely, approaching 2 minutes remaining in our first half. A fresh set of downs for the Knights. They continue 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Lott see number 1 going out for a pass.
And just overthrows Caleb Smith. Nice coverage there on the play by number 5, David Niffen of the Jets.
And see, what Caleb Smith does is he's such a talented player. You got to know where he is everywhere on the field. That play, he lined up at tight end and almost hid a little bit. And so if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, find number 1 every play. Find number 1. Find number 1.
If you don't find him before the snap, you'll find him after the snap in the painted grass at the end of the field.
Yeah, and you'll end up on his highlight tape. No. This is what you get a telecast.
Well, they got to stop him first, so.
It's a true statement.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10 now for the Knights.
So now you have an open spread formation, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the bottom.
Oh, the snap through the hand of Maples.
He still has a chance, though.
Jackson running after him. And Lott has the pass go over his head at the 30-yard line, incomplete.
So what you saw right there from Maples was he didn't get flustered by the ball going over his head. He was able to pick the ball up, and most quarterbacks at a young age, even in high school, would automatically say, run it, run it, run it. His eyes immediately went up to the field, looking at where the routes were going, and almost completed that pass. That was a great job by the quarterback.
Definitely to turn a potential loss into an opportunity. And instead of being 3rd and very long, it's going to be 3rd and 10. Maples looking to throw, going deep. And that's intercepted by the Jets. Niffen steps in front of Lott at the 20. He's going to cut it back at the 10, looking for the pylon.
House call.
And he's in there. Touchdown, J.A. Jets.
House call.
Number 5, David Niffen with the pick 6 for the Jets.
And if I'm the J.A. Jets right now, I look over the whole field to make sure there's no yellow flags. No yellow flags. Now I can celebrate. Now I can celebrate. That was a great play by the safety. He read the quarterback's eyes. He helped out with the corner over the top of him. And then the wherewithal to be able to get into the end zone. He wasn't satisfied by just getting the interception. He wanted to make a pick 6. So if the Jets have a turnover chain, the turnover chain should be out.
Exactly right, Courtney. That interception tight-roping the sideline, he just was not satisfied until he got into the end zone.
Yeah, and, you know, they might start coming out with the 2 chains now, a turnover and a touchdown chain, right? So he might have 2 chains on, like the rapper.
I was going to say the 2 chains, the rapper might have a trademark issue there, but
we might need to talk about that.
We'll cross that bridge in a minute. Maybe we'll have him authorize them. It's the 2 chains, 2 chains.
Yeah, we're thinking about 2 chains right now. It's a guy in Chicago playing on the NFL level who's has about 10 chains right now. He's forcing turnovers, getting sacks, and scoring touchdowns.
And a penalty call, illegal substitution, 12 men on the field against the Jets, is going to move this extra point try back to the 8-yard line.
He's definitely changing the game as far as wanting to play on defense right now, right?
Defense definitely making a comeback. And now following that illegal substitution penalty, the point after attempt from the 8.
It's a jump pass, and it is caught.
That is caught in the end zone. The pass from Shane Parker up for grabs. Somebody wearing a number 5 jersey was going to catch it.
Jalen Lott had his hands on it, but he just couldn't get his left hand up there with his right hand to bring in the interception. And he almost, I guess he basically assisted the receiver on it.
That pass through the hands of number 5, Jalen Lott of the Knights, into number 5, David Niffen of the Jets' hands. And the extra point is good. Ladies and gentlemen, your new score with 1:34 remaining in our first half here at Heritage High School. It's now JA Jets 7, North Texas Knights 6.
Does this league do 2 points for passes? Okay.
Yeah, runner pass for 1 and a kicked extra point gets you 2 on the board.
You know, and it's all different, right? When we play football, I hate to say this like an old man, but when we play football, you know, the only time you were able to get 2 points if you kicked it. If you threw it in, it was still just 1 point. So I'm happy to see that you guys are having some rules that resemble football.
Yeah, trying to emphasize a little bit of kicking, and definitely the teams that have a field goal kicker take advantage.
And he took the ball back.
Let's see who's got that football. It bounced right off of number 8, Kimo Benson. But did the Jets get it, or did Benson hang on? And it is Jet football.
Something to be said, that's the quarterback. He's leading the team right now in rushing. And then he's also the kicker. And he goes down there and he bounces it off. I go see youth football games everywhere. And everywhere I see this, everybody's kicking onside kicks.
About 80% of the time in this league.
And so you almost have to have 7 guys up front because that's what everybody's going to do. It's just a way of stealing an extra possession. So right now, this is sudden change, right? This is sudden change, and you know, this still can happen on the youth level. I know it happens on the high school and in the pro levels. With sudden change, be ready for big plays.
Exactly, only 88 seconds remaining in the half. And the Jets with another opportunity to put points on the board before halftime. 1st and 10 at midfield, a direct snap to Bryson Howard. And he's going to find room over right tackle inside the 40.
Oh, nice jump cut.
A nice shake and bake at the 30-yard line and down to the 23. That's 27 yards for number 1, Bryson Howard.
You got a guy that's injured right there on the 30-yard line, a little shaken up.
The ball marked at the 23-yard line. That's 27 yards for Bryson Howard.
Well, Bryson Howard just told me, Mr. Jackson, quit talking about number 7 the whole time and mention my name. That was a nice run right there. He ran the ball like he's used to running and getting a lot of yards right there on that play. That was a nice run.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Jets. The snap once again to Howard.
Got great pressure by number 17 right there, but he was able to evade it. He's still running.
Howard down the sideline. And he's going to get out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Another first down carry for Bryson Howard.
What a luxury right now to have a star player like number 7, the quarterback, be on the sideline right now. And then you put in number 1, and he has 40 yards in 2 plays.
Indeed, down to the 9-yard line, 41 yards in 2 plays, and it's going to be 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So now that it was so many timeouts used in on the last possession, now you have to almost as a play caller think about doing 2 plays at a time, I think, right now.
Absolutely, with 30 seconds left in the half and only 1 timeout remaining.
And as a defensive player, I'm telling my guys, if you tackle them, stay on them for a little bit, give them a little love, right?
Absolutely, the whistle blowing right here. We'll check what's going on with the officials.
I guess they killed the clock.
Oh, that was a clock killer. That's going to be the pass thrown down to kill the clock.
Second
with
down.
23 seconds to go in the half.
It should still be at the 9-yard line, though. Why do you mark it back at the 10?
I don't know. That's interesting.
It's going to be 2nd down and goal. The ball now at the 10-yard line.
They have trips left to the left. Quarterback's back in the game. Let's see what happens.
Parker back at quarterback.
Oh!
And he's hit and dropped immediately. That's back at the 12-yard line, a loss of 2.
And this is what you practice for right now. Getting kids to help hurry up, speed up, tempo.
The Jets go quickly. 3rd and goal at the 12-yard line. Parker throwing.
It's going to be intercepted.
Picked off in the end zone by Lott. He's going to bring it out.
And that name sounds very familiar, seeing a guy in the secondary wearing L-O-T-T. Hall of Famers have that name, playing in the secondary.
And we've got a penalty flag on the play here before we go to halftime. Let's check this penalty call.
Is he related to Ron Lott?
The penalty offside against the Knights. And that's going to move the ball into the 7-yard line. We will have one untimed play to end the half.
Now I'm lost on that. Was it a roughing the passer or something?
It was an offside penalty.
Offside penalty. So it was,
and
in essence,
now the
a free
Knights
play.
And the Knights are going to talk it over. They're going to take time out. We have no time on the clock, but we'll have one untimed play when we come back following the Knights' second timeout of the half.
They say we are what we are, but we don't have to be. I'm bad behavior, but I do it in the best way. I'll be the watcher of the eternal flame. I'll be the guard dog of all your fever dreams.
And now following the timeout, the untimed play on the defensive penalty. Parker looking to throw. He's going to put that one up for grabs.
Great job of knocking that ball out.
And the ball falls incomplete as the horn sounds, bringing us to halftime. Folks, we've reached the end of the first half of play here in Heritage High School as we move forward in Week 2 of the 2018 PYFL season. And folks, your score as we go to the halftime break here in our 10 and under football division. It's JA Jets 7, North Texas Knights 6. And we'll be back with some analysis and get ready for the second half right after this.
If you really want more, scream it out louder. If it on the floor, bring out the fire and light it up. Take it up higher. Gonna push it to the limit, give it more. Watch me as I dance under the spotlight. Listen to the people screaming and more and more. 'Cause I create the feeling that keep 'em coming back. Yeah, I create the feeling that keep 'em coming back. So captivating when I get it on the floor. Oh, you've been patiently waiting. I know you need me. I can feel it. I'm a beast. I'm an animal. I'm that monster in the mirror. The headliner, finisher. I'm the closer, winner. That's when under pressure with seconds left for sure. If you really want more, scream it out louder. Get it on the floor, bring out the fire and light it up. Take it up higher. Gonna push it to the limit, give it more. If you really want more, scream it out louder. Get it on the floor, bring out the fire and light it up. Take it up higher. Gonna push it to the limit, give it more. Get up off your hands, I'm in the zone. Tight, put 'em in the air if you want more and more. 'Cause I can break you, feel it. I go hard, can't stop. But if I stop it, just know that I'ma bring it back. Never quit, no believing that. Oh, you've been patiently waiting. I know you need me. I can feel it. I'm a beast. I'm an animal. I'm that monster in the mirror. The headliner, finisher. I'm the closer, winner. That's when under pressure with seconds left for sure. If you really want more, scream it out louder. Get on the floor, bring out the fire and light it up. Take it up higher. Gonna push it to the limit, give it more. If you really want more, scream it out louder. Get on the floor, bring out the fire and light it up. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? What? Yeah. Y'all ready to break the football? Jim Johnson, Big D, take that. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up.
If you want some, come get some. Cause where I'm from, we so big. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. And I won't answer now. Who, what, where, why? See, a lot of dudes like to act the fool now. Get on live, but that ain't my style. So who he gon' get and what he gon' do? Run up on me if you want to. Hot damn pressing his homies. Done up in front of his mama. I'm up the floor with him. And I kick in the door and let the fofo get him. I got food that'll go get him. That's for him and Pooh and
let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go.
gotta spit it for the murderers and the killers and the thugsters. They be fucking up the ballers and the dealers and the hustlers. Got me coming at you bogus in the VI while they bumping Lil Jar. I'm a rusher. It's a psycho twister for Chicago, rolling with the Miami. Then a crusher. We already be looking for drama. If a try to get into it with us, then we gotta get them. Feeling free from the torture that can never be cured. No penicillin. I'm telling you, trick up and still them. Got me swinging Chrissy and Hennessy bottles in the club. And my thug homies come up with the thriller. Don't get it twisted with that overnight celebrity. You better be scared of me in my city. I'm a killer.
If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go.
I ain't that rapper type, right? And I ain't that actor type, right? It's off ain't in my strip. I'm a player. You just a square. Once that Hennessy into me, the whole industry is my enemy. And you ain't no kin to me, a friend to me. What? Don't pretend to be. I'm strictly for the thugs. I'm for the street and straight out the hood. I'm always ghetto and I don't even need the gas for you booty cats. I'm straight out the county there. Trail 5, MIA. You ever come south of the border? First one's born, you're gonna be a slaughter.
If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go.
Chop, chop, chop.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you there.
You can try and read my lyrics off of this paper before I lay them, but you won't take the sting out these words before I say them. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna let you stop me from causing mayhem. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. I don't give a damn what you think. I'm doing this for me. So the world feed it beans. It's gassed up. Everything's stopping me. I'ma be what I set out to be. Without a doubt, undoubtedly. And all those who look down on me, I'm tearing down your balcony. No ifs, ands, or buts. Don't try to ask him why or how can he. From infinite down to the last relapse album, he still whether he's on salary, paid hourly, until he bows out or he just bows out of him. Whichever comes first, for better or worse. He's married to the game, like a f*** you for Christmas. His gift is a curse. Forget the earth, he's got the urge to pull his from the dirt and the whole universe. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand, we'll walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm.
And we're ready to get our third quarter underway here at Heritage High School. The rain's starting to come down just a little bit more now.
Now, ball security is going to be at an all-time high. Ball security. Kids have to wrap the ball up with two hands. If I'm a defensive coach, I'm teaching them to tackle and then strip with the second guy. Tackle and strip, because I promise you, with wet balls, they end up on the ground.
That's how I taught it up for years with my kids. First man tackles, second man strips, and we're ready to go. The ball in the air.
Great kick
and our
again.
third quarter underway. Number 11, Brandon Dixon, secures possession for the Knights at the 43-yard line.
That's great field position right there, but I guess in Little League football.
Your phone's on.
Sorry about that if you guys heard Facebook Live going. This game is being brought to you on ntxgame.com on YouTube, and it will be a live link on CCE or catchcoverelite.com, which is CCE, meaning we'll catch and cover the elite players across the United States of America and definitely in Texas. And there are some players out here today that will receive some CCE top prospect offers. Game will be in Houston, Texas this year, featuring 110 of the top prospects across the country playing.
On first down and 10 at the 43-yard line. The Knights with the football. And it looks like they might have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
You know, the halftime talks are always good, you know, with both coaches. And I can tell you this, I'm not divulging any information, but both coaching staffs feel real comfortable about the second half. I mean, both of them are confident that they have a chance of winning this. So this is going to be a good game.
The toss from Lott on second and 10 to number 1, Caleb Smith. And an outstanding single effort right there by number 96, Cameron Jackson.
I like, and he has a name that's a star name anyway. When you have a Jackson last name, you have a great chance of already being a star, I must say. So Cameron Jackson, big shout outs to you, son. Wearing that last name of Jackson and making a play.
As spoken by Mr. Courtney Jackson.
Yes. That's the bias. That is the bias.
It's going to be third down and 10 now for the Knights. The ball remains at the 43-yard line. Just over a minute gone in our third quarter. Lott with the toss sweep.
He has
Smith
action, folks.
Coming near side with blockers. He's going to get just across midfield, held up for a moment by number 18, Darren Munoz. And then with the stop, number 23, Darren Black.
They did a good job right there overloading, getting the ball to his hands, and then getting a soft edge for Caleb to turn the corner real easy. This is going to be a big fourth down play, needing about 2 yards.
An important fourth down here for both teams. 4th and 2 for the Knights at the Jet 49. Lott, another toss sweep to Smith. He's got blockers, and he'll have first down yardage inside the Jet 45 with the stop, Shane Parker and Adrian Dunderson.
4 plays, 3 carries by Caleb Smith.
It looks like the Knights are going to feature a large dose of Caleb Smith here in this second half. A fresh set of downs for the Knights. They continue 1st and 10 at the Jet 43. Another carry for Caleb Smith. And it looks like they're concentrating on the defensive left side of the Jets.
Well, when you have Jackson to the top end of the field, he pretty much told Caleb, you can't run this way. I'm athletic enough to be able to hold my edge. And so shout outs to the coaching staff of recognizing that and recognizing talent and running away from him. And they're running a formation right now that's hard to stop.
A 14-yard gain on that play. 1st and 10 at the 29. Lott will carry as Smith blocks for him. And Shane Parker is going to wrestle him to the turf at the 20-yard line. A 9-yard gain on first down.
And you're starting to see some of the kids on the Jets team kind of have their hands on the hip a little bit. Some of them are kind of getting a little fatigued because what happens in youth football, kids play both sides of the ball. And they're wearing on them. They're just running the same plays over and over again. And it's pretty much overloads.
Looks like the Knights may shift the overload to the wide side of the field now on 2nd down and 1 at the 20-yard line with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. And the toss does go to the far side. Smith gets away from Niffen.
First down.
And it looks like he'll move the sticks at the 16-yard line. Number 55, Demiani Steele with the stop for the Jets.
And, you know, I talked to head coach Ronnie Braxton, and sometimes we can be cute. We have a lot of plays. But right now he's going back to meat and potatoes, and meat and potatoes always gets you full. And that's what he's doing. He's giving the ball to his guys, and he's playing power, smash mouth football.
Smith with the carry to the left side from the 17. The truck stick at the 10-yard line, and he's going to get down to the 9. Close to the marker, but it looks like it'll be 3rd and inches, Courtney. Or pardon me, make that 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches. They're averaging about 8 yards, 6 or 7 yards a carry right now, which is awesome.
The officials mark the ball just shy of the Jet 8-yard line. It's going to be second down and less than a yard to go.
Oh. Might be a penalty right there.
Not sure if that was the Nebraska fumble-rooski, but it appears it's going to be false start against the Knights.
But that's the break that the JA Jets needed to back up the Knights and make them have to now work for those chains. Maybe they can make a play where they stop them for a 0-yard gain and make it be 3rd and long.
Well, the penalty does push the Knights back into 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line. The clock moving as we hit the midway point of this third quarter.
I love the coaching adjustments on both sides. It's like playing chess. Both teams are playing chess. Nobody's playing checkers right now.
Definitely chess here in this one-point game in the rain at Heritage High School. The direct snap back to Smith.
And as I said before, that ball is wet. When you have wet balls, they end up on the ground.
The tackle made in the backfield for a loss back at the 16-yard line. And that was number 60, Dalen Owens, with the stop for the Jets.
Huge stop for the JA Jets right there. I mean, if there's a turnover chain, it needs to be out right now, JA Jets.
And Owens forcing a fumble on the play, and that is recovered by the Jets.
Huge stop. Huge stop right there.
We need somebody to squeegee about every 10 seconds.
And another thing that you want to be able to see right now with the on the high school level, you're changing the football out every other play, right? And you have a towel guy down there getting that ball dry. You would like to be able to see somebody get a towel down there for those running backs and those quarterbacks to keep that ball dry.
It's going to be a very tough football to handle here in the second half. In the rain here at Heritage, it's going to be 1st and 10 Jets at the 16. Parker with the keeper, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield. And the officials stop play. We may have a flag.
Yes, a flag on the play. Usually when it comes out that quick, it's against the offense, right?
And the indication is against the Jets, Courtney.
Now, this is the time to be careful with if you're the Jets. I mean, they have a lead, but it's only a 1-point lead. And if you get backed up and you don't want to take chances on punting, what you run into is that you're backed up and you can give the Knights really great field position if you're not able to get a first down here.
And it appears that the Jets will decline the penalty. Or pardon me, the Knights will decline the penalty. They'll take the 1-yard loss and the down. That's going to make it 2nd down and 11 now for the Jets at their own 15.
Number
This
one.
ball snapped with 3:23 remaining in the quarter.
And it's a fumble.
A fumble on the play, and that's recovered by the Knights.
And it's a turnover chain that will be out on the blue side. I can guarantee you that.
With that fumble recovery, number 17, Cameron Drake. And that's going to be 1st and goal for the Knights.
Cameron Drake, go get that turnover chain, son. Let's see if Drake goes out to the turnover chain or he's just going to just chill like it's 2016 and it never was a turnover chain.
Following the turnover, 1st and goal for the Knights at the 10-yard line. Maples under center.
And once again, you see the guy on the tackle holding the edge, number 96, Mr. Jackson. And then a big nose tackle, number 50, it looks like, in on the play as well.
I believe that was 60, Dalen Owens.
60. That was a good play by him.
Owens and Jackson combined to make the tackle on Hernandez for no gain. It's going to be 2nd and goal now for the Knights.
I'm sure the parents' hearts are racing right now. This is a big game right now. Both teams
2nd
undefeated.
and goal for the Knights in this 1-point game. The toss sweep. Lott looking to throw. Wings it. Picked off.
The turnover chains are running crazy right now.
Lott did not get any amplitude on that football. A flat football intercepted.
And like I said, they were trying to get the ball to Caleb Smith, and he's a top prospect. He's one of the top, most talented kids that we've seen in a level in here. And so to me, as a defensive staff, you have to notify where he is. And that time, they notified where he was, and they almost were giving them the sweep.
They were, because they dropped back the Jets in triple coverage on Smith at the goal line. And that interception by number 11, Tyler Hoke of the Jets. A stoppage of time on the field. Timeout, Jets. 2:27 remains in quarter number 3 here at Heritage High School in Frisco, Texas, as the Jets spin their first timeout of the half.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work, diamonds all in my ring, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. 100,000 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But I was just on a plane, player. Buying gear, flying here. It ain't what you heard, it's my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm always rolling up, so I get love for that. I heard he stole my swag, but I don't want it back. I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet, for it's on the rack. Was out there in Hawaii, now I'm going back. I got so much money, I should start a bank. So much paper right in front
And
of
now the Jets back on offense following the interception by Hoke. They're going to start 1st and 10 in the shadow of their own goalpost at the 10-yard line. Shane Parker with the sweep to the far side.
Shane Parker, good job of making that cut right there and getting some positive yards. They're just trying to move that ball off of their goal line right now.
Jalen Lott with the tackle at the 14-yard line, a gain of 4.
Anytime you're backed up like this, the goal of that offensive coordinator is trying to get 1 first down. That's the goal. And once you get that first down from being backed up, and then from that point on, either you can be more aggressive or you can even be more conservative. They're the ones with the lead right now.
The Jets with the 1-point lead, looking to grind out the remainder of this third quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 at the Jet 14. Parker in the pro formation, handing to the second man back, Howard.
There's that flag again.
Penalty flags come in from 2 of the officials, and holding is the call against the Jets.
I keep looking at Mr. Jackson out there at the tight end spot, man. He's like 6'9". I keep saying that right now. And if he has 2 thumbs and 4 fingers on each side.
At least a helmet taller than any other player on the field.
Yeah, I gotta test him at some point in time. Gotta try him.
That ball moved back half the distance to the goal from the original line of scrimmage at the 7-yard line. And 96 seconds remain in our third quarter as the Jets now face 1st and 13.
And you saw in the last play when they ran the ball with the quarterback, you saw Caleb Smith making a play in about a 3-yard gain. He's now walking down into the box, now being more and more involved in the run game. There's a sweep again. Nice blocks.
Parker turning the corner.
Nice cut.
Parker upfield across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Bradley Knuckles with the stop for the Knights.
Knuckles showing his speed right there. He's a plug linebacker, but he's showing you that he has the speed to be able to run down an athlete like the quarterback of the JA Jets on that play right there. Great play by him. This is 3rd down, and this is a big play right here. If they get 2 or 3 yards, they're going for it on 4th down, right?
One would so suppose now as we approach 1 minute. 1 minute remaining in our third quarter. A 9-yard gain on the previous play. This sets up a 3rd down and 5 for the Jets. The ball's at their own 16. Parker in an empty set.
And the flags fly again.
The Jets were not still for a full count. False start against the Jets.
I know he's the running back receiver, but, in Little League football, you got to make sure everybody's set. That's what you can't be in too much of a rush. How many delay of games do you actually get in Little League football, right? I don't even see the play clock running, so it's not like they're going to be looking at a clock on every play. Take your time, get to the line, get everybody established, everybody gets still, and then you eliminate that flag.
The ball now sits at the 11-yard line. This is going to be a 3rd down and 9 play, or 3rd down and 10 rather, for the Jets.
Cookie Warmate has good pressure, and he was the one that made him cut back.
And Warmate's pressure, along with that of number 1 Caleb Smith, brings down Bryson Howard on the direct snap. at the 9-yard line.
That's what you have to have in Little League football, though. You know, they say make the L's and keep the ball contained right there. With Womack making him cut back, he allowed the other 5 or 6 defenders to run to him freely and make the play. You want to pinch the ball in football. You don't want to let it get outside.
Absolutely true, and that's going to bring up 4th down as we have the clock stopping now with 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. The Knights are going to take timeout here with 8 seconds in the third. It'll be their first timeout of this second half. 8 ticks remain in our third quarter. We'll return to action now following the timeout by the Knights. 8 seconds to play in our third quarter. It's 4th down and 13 for the Jets, and Parker in punt formation. He's going to let it loose over the head of Smith.
Kick.
Still taking a Jets roll.
And that was a
and
great
number
decision.
1, Bryson Howard covers up the football at the 49-yard line of the Jets as the horn sounds, ending our third quarter. An outstanding kick by Parker, 40 yards on that punt to end the third.
There's a couple middle schools looking for him right now. I can guarantee you that, right? 40-yard punt.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of the third quarter here at Heritage High School. Your score as we move to fourth quarter action in the 10 and under division here at Heritage. It remains JA Jets 7, North Texas Knights 6.
Another shot, bobbed and loud, another rocket shot, bobbed and loud, another rocket shot, bobbed and loud, another rocket shot,
on number 1.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
And we're ready to begin fourth quarter action here at Heritage High School. The rain lessening just a little bit, but still coming down. In this 10 and under matchup here at Heritage High School in Frisco, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the Jet 49. The toss to Caleb Smith coming near side. He's going to get past the end, but brought down by number 7, Shane Parker at the 45.
That's a great tackle by Shane Parker on another great player right there. You would like to see the corner keep contained right there. You can't let kids with that kind of speed get outside of you.
The Knights go quickly without a huddle. 2nd down. 6 yards to go. The ball now at the Jet 45-yard line.
You know what you're seeing in youth football right now is a little bit of the high school game going down. You see right now the Knights are not even huddling. The plays are being signaled in from the head coach, Ronnie Braxton, and he's still running, folks.
Smith looks like he'll have first down yardage. Taken out on the far sideline at about the 37-yard line.
Once again, that was number 7 tackling number 1. Playmaker tackling playmaker. That's big. That is big.
Shane Parker with the stop for the Jets. But the chains move. 1st and 10 Knights now at the Jet 36. The Knights still trailing 7-6 as we have just over a minute gone in our fourth quarter. Lott moves up under center.
Ormade on the carry. Nice positive gain, about 3 or 4
The
yards.
handoff. Yep. The handoff straight ahead. Number 28, Cookie Warmate with the carry. He's brought down by Cameron Jackson. And number 55, Demiani Steele.
He's a Carlos Hyde power type back. He's the type of back where you want to just keep on giving him the ball inside the tackles and let him wear down a defense.
A 3-yard gain on that play for the Knights as they start to work the clock a little bit with just over 6 minutes to play in regulation. Now 2nd down and 7 at the Jet 33. Lott, toss sweep. Hernandez coming near sideline. And he's bear hugged by Cameron Jackson at the 31-yard line. They'll mark that as a gain of 2, bringing up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5 is a big play call right here. As an offensive coordinator, you got to be thinking about 2-down territory, trying to get half the yards on this down to make it be manageable on 4th down.
Lott, the toss to Smith.
Oh,
the ball's loose. Smith goes back and picks up his loose fumble.
What a play by the corner right there. That time he kept him inside, and he actually, the ball was a little loose by Caleb Smith, and he tackled the ball.
He did indeed. He went exactly for the football. Smith able to dive back and recover it at the 30-yard line.
Yes.
And now a very important 4th down and 4 for the Jets.
This is a big
for
down.
the Knights.
This is a big down right here. Great penetration by the defensive tackle, but they lost contain, and that speed gets around the edge, folks.
Smith breaks contain. He's inside the 20 near the 18-yard line. A 12-yard gain and a 1st down for the Knights.
When you keep running that overload offense, that overload, you get defensive ends that tend to bite in a little bit. And once they bite in with that kind of speed, he's peekabooing. He's in the hole, and then it's a 1st down.
The ball marked at the 17, clock running, 4:40 to play in regulation as the Knights still marching down the field, trailing by a single point. Lott under center. He's going to fake the handoff. The naked bootleg coming near side. He gets past Bryson Howard, but he's brought down by number 96, Cameron Jackson.
Cameron Jackson, way to hustle. He had a guy that was a questionable call. Could have been a holding call on him, but he was able to fight off of it and rally back to be able to make that play. Great athleticism by Mr. Jackson.
Jackson limiting Lott to a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now at the 14-yard line of the Jets as we hit the midway point of this 4th quarter. Lott back under center, the toss sweep to Smith. He'll try the right side. Cuts back inside of the tackle. And he'll be down inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. This may be a 1st down depending on the spot. It looks like they'll mark him just short, 3rd and 1. .330 now to play in our 4th quarter here at Heritage. And we have a whistle signaling a stop of play, timeout, Knights. 3:25 remains in regulation here at Heritage High School in Frisco, Texas, as the North Texas Knights spend their 2nd timeout of the half. We'll return to play now with the Knights down to only 1 timeout remaining. And they face a very important 3rd down and a long yard to go. Just inside the Jet 10-yard line. Do we see power, or do we see something to the outside here with Smith? Lott handing off Hernandez over left tackle.
Oh, that's Warmate, isn't it? Like I told you before, that kid's a load, and when he gets going straight downhill, he's a hard tackle.
You are correct. My apologies. That is Cookie Warmate with the carry.
CCE top prospect. Hate we're not going to get him back this year. If Mom hears me, hate we're not going to get him back this year. If Mom hears me.
The chains on the ground, the down marker only. It's 1st and goal for the Knights at the 5-yard line.
And see, now you see patience out of the offensive coordinator spot right now. They're not in a hurry right now at all.
1st and goal at the 5. Lott turning to his left, handing off to Warmate. And he's across the goal line. The official's arm in the air.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, North Texas Knights.
He's a business decision running back. As you can see right there, he's a business decision running back.
Warmate takes the handoff from Lott over left tackle for 5 yards and the touchdown.
So now is the time when you wish that you could be able to kick the ball so that you can get 2 points to cover up for that first missed extra point.
Now the extra point attempt from the 3-yard line.
Lott looking for the running back. He went the wrong way. That's going to be a scramble to the pylon.
Speed.
Did he get there? He did.
Speed. Speed.
Speed wins, and the extra point is good.
Speed.
Number 1, Smith on the broken play takes the ball 3 yards for the point after. And ladies and gentlemen, your new score with 2:42 remaining in regulation here at Heritage High School. It's now North Texas Knights 13, JA Jets 7.
Well, here's the scary part. The scary part of it is you kick the ball deep now. Everybody's been kicking onside kicks. We're going to see what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball.
It will be interesting to see what type of kick the Knights come up with here. Do they chance it and try to regain possession themselves, or will they kick it deep and rely on their defensive team to make the stop with 2:42 to go in the 4th quarter? Edgar Loya with the ball up on the tee at the angle.
You know, right now you need a lot of shortstops right now. You need a lot of
Parker
shortstops.
and Jackson on the front line.
Good choice, good choice.
And it's a pooch kick returned by Niffen from the 37-yard line.
If he can get a block,
Niffen has
he has
some
a
blockers.
chance.
Smith tries to strip him.
Playmakers.
And the ball does come out.
Playmakers.
And the Knights recover.
Playmakers.
Caleb Smith, chasing David Niffen down from behind, strips out the football and recovers it himself for the Knights at the 42-yard line.
And that just kills the morale of a team right there. It's not over with yet, though. The Jets have to come out here and play hard defense right now. And ball security is at all-time high right now. Ball security. That's the 7th fumble that's been on the ground this second half. Yeah, 7th.
What's the second?
Write it down for you.
It's going to be 1st down for the Knights. Now with the ball at the 42-yard line. The Jets desperately need to stop the Knights here and get the ball back. And we've got a stoppage of time on the field. The timeout taken by the Knights. 2:29 remaining here in our 4th period at Heritage High School as the North Texas Knights take timeout.
Dope. Dope, 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 dope.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I heard.
Dope, 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 dope. Dope, 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 dope.
Is this a 10U game next?
And that is the Knights' 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, too hot. And my band bought that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah.
And we'll get back to play now with the Knights out of timeouts, but they do have the football. 1st and 10 at the Jet 42. Lott handing off.
He's still running, folks.
And it looks like the Knights are going to feed the Jets a very heavy dose of number 28, Cookie Warmate.
So how symbolic is this right now? You know, we've been having a lot of bad weather, and it's been some lightning, which is Caleb Smith. And last night we had a little bit of thunder. And today we're getting a little bit of thunder with Cookie Warmat right now, right? He's running the ball really, really hard in between the tackles.
A 6-yard gain for Warmate on that play. As we move under 2 minutes to play in the 4th.
As you can see now, referees are now looking at that stopwatch on their hands and checking the play clock because it's really important right now.
The ball loose. And the Jets may have this one. Let's check and see. No, the Knights do recover.
And how fortunate is he to be able to fumble the ball, recover it, and gain 2 yards?
Warmate fumbled on the play. It looked like Demiani Steele had that football, but Warmate stole it back from him.
And now you're forced with a 3rd down and 3. Clock is running, and it's a friend of the Knights.
3rd and 3 Knights now at the Jet 35. Lott handing off to Warmate. Still dragging his feet.
He's short, folks. He's short.
Cameron Jackson on the stop for the Jets. And we've got a timeout taken by the Jets with 1 minute exactly remaining in the 4th quarter here at Heritage High School. This is the Jets' 2nd timeout of the half. The Jets now down to 1 timeout, 60 ticks remain in regulation play. And this is a critical 4th down and 2 for both teams at the 34-yard line. Lott, toss sweep, Smith. And we'll see where this rugby scrum ends up. It looks like there might be a second effort from Smith to get the 1st down. Jackson had a hold of him the whole time. But Smith with the second effort does get the 1st down for the Knights. It's going to be 1st and 10 Knights now at the Jet 31. The clock moving with 40 seconds to play in the ball game. And the Jets with only 1 more chance to stop the clock. Lott on the keeper coming near side. And he's going to stay in bounds to take the loss as the Jets are desperately trying to strip the football.
That'll do it right there, it looks like.
Cameron Jackson with the tackle for the Jets, and the Jets do use their final timeout with 26 seconds remaining. 26 ticks to play in the ball game here at Heritage High School as the Jets spend their 3rd and final timeout.
Stop. Slow down, baby.
And now the Knights in victory formation as Lott takes a knee. And with the Jets powerless to stop the clock, time will expire.
Big win right there. Perseverance right there. That's guys staying with it. That's Coach Braxton recognizing the game, changing his whole play calling in the second half, and going straight to a power game. I think he only threw the ball one time, and that was an interception on a toss pass.
And the horn sounds, ending today's game.
These two teams will meet again. I know that for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final horn is sounded here at Heritage High School, bringing our 10 and under game to a close. And folks, your final score here at Heritage: North Texas Knights 13, JA Jets 7. Folks, let's give a big round of applause to both teams and their effort out here on the field this afternoon. Courtney, an excellent game by both teams.
Yeah, we have some player of the games we want to give out, and we'll get some interviews after the game with both coaches and some of those players. So, coaches, please don't run too far away. We're going to do a live look in and talk to some of these top prospects and give out some CCE top prospect invites also as well. So I want to thank you guys for having me out here to our Caldwater Premier Youth Football League, both the RSA Knights and the JA Jets, two great teams, and Mr. Shackleford for letting me be able to be your sidekick, you're the Robin to the Batman, you know, type thing. Great game, great fans, and hope to see you guys again on the north side of town where football is really being played, right?
There we go. It was my pleasure as well, Courtney. Now, folks, we want to remind you, you can watch the CCE Game of the Week on the CCE YouTube channel, NTX Game. That's NTXGAME, the YouTube channel, to catch the replay of this afternoon's action in the CCE Game of the Week. And you can also take a look at these prospects and more by visiting the Catch Cover Elite website at catchcoverelite.com. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this afternoon. On behalf of our producer and director, Mr. Rodney Fisher, and Mr. Courtney Jackson, this is Bryan Shackleford thanking you for joining us this afternoon. And we'll see you next time on the CCE Game of the Week.